Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies.
As we'll see a squad from the back.
The Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Free A Sports College. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Cutler. Hauls it in. The tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. So Kent State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a second. From the gun, the ground game. Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history, finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
And the Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to them. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
A&M comes back out with another first down. The give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Here's a heat. And it's incomplete on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incomplete.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Cutler. Pulls it in. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Finds the tight end. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you can tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Kent State is out front. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter. Cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Aggie. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The Aggies have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the backfield, he's open. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Cutler. Here comes the heat. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. He jumped. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try the run. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back to throw, it's Cutler. Quickly complete. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This time they'll go to the running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Aggies want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24. The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Going for it all. Touchdown, Aggies! And the beatdown has ensued.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. Off the play fake. He wants to go deep. Snags it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Got a man. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. Sneak gets it done. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneaks it into the end zone. That score will give him a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter sixth straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense. Gone to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Trying play action. Looking for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Touch pass on the run. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out. Because
fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's going to go down as time has run out. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense takes the field. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. To the air, it's Cutler. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Cutler. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Got a man in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, after having to punt on their last drive in the opponent's territory, it looked like things were finally going positively offensively this drive. And then it stalls out at the very end because they give up a sack. I think in critical down and distances, they just have got to be better with execution, making sure they have the right play call on and getting rid of the football on time. But back-to-back punts, no bueno for this offense.
They get to him as he throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And it slips just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Working the middle. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They feed him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. To the air, it's Cutler. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking for the score. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move through.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulled and fired complete. Past the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. They go to the ground. And some room to work. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the run. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He leaves it with his back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play-action fake. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal touchdown.
Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. Trying to impose their will with the run. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Kotler. Trying to bull his way in. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
24, Missouri, 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Lets it fly on the move. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Murray. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Power football with the run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Going with the ground game left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Dropping back, it's Cutler. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got his man across the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. It's complete to the right. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Off play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Looking to pass. It's Cutler. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it can't hang on. He must. And the returner goes down. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll send the back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Going back to the well. Another deep ball. Snags it on the right. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Finds a man in the middle. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. He'll keep it himself. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Murray. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense looks as if it's coming. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
4th down coming up. Number 12 on field.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback.
So here they come, 4th and long, and this defense is after back-to-back sacks. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Ball's incomplete. Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
Back to throw, it's Cutler. Outside the pocket, lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Handoff from the gun. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Finding an escape route.
Returner is tackled down at the 30, and your Missouri Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike pay dirt. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 24 to North Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Oh, he's got some space. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Running behind that left side. Thrust that arm out.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and more important.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.